Internal Revenue Service IRS Tax Tips dated September 3rd, 2019. Here's what tax pros can do so they aren't taken on a phishing trip. Tax professionals should remember to educate everyone who works for them to be on the lookout for phishing emails. Sending scam emails is still the most common tactic used by cybercriminals to steal sensitive information. So the emails that are going to be sent out typically for phishing for information such as passwords or other type of information that can either be used to access client information or to access the information of the firm. More than 90% of all data thefts start with phishing emails. Cybercriminals use phishing emails and malware to gain control of computer systems or to steal usernames and passwords. It's important tax pros and every single one of their employees know how to spot these scams. Tax professionals and others in the business world are only as safe as their least educated employee. Here are some tactics thieves used to steal data. The first tactic that thieves used is spearfishing. Spearfishing is a type of phishing scam. The objective of spearfishing email is to pose as a trusted source and bait the recipient into opening an embedded link or an attachment. The email may make an urgent plea to the tax pro to update an account immediately. A link may seem to go to another trusted website, but it's actually a website controlled by the thief. So anything that you have something to click on or to open something is some type of, it could be a dangerous type of situation because it could introduce malware into the system or go to a website that is not of a legitimate type of website in order to gather information. As said here, most of these types of emails will have some type of urgency for it, so that you're going to get in a situation where you have to the pressure is going to be there that you're going to want to basically go to it at that point in time because of this emergency type of situation. There's a time constraint. So anytime you see something that's urgent, time constraint, you got to download this document now immediately. That should be an idea that maybe this isn't a legitimate email. Keylogging. An attachment may contain malicious software called keylogging. The software secretly infects a computer and provides the thief with the ability to see every keystroke. Thieves can then steal passwords to various accounts. The thief can even take remote control of computers, enabling them to steal taxpayer data. So if you're able to get something on the system that's able to read the keystrokes from another location that are being entered into the system, then of course that might give access to passwords. The passwords could give access to other types of websites, sensitive information, and possibly to the computer itself. Pretending to be a client. A common spearfishing scam is when the thief poses as a prospective client and sends an unsolicited email to the tax professional. After an exchange of emails, the thief sends a follow-up email with an attachment. The thief claims it contains the tax information needed to prepare a return. Instead, it contains spyware that allows the thieves to track each keystroke. So once again, another way to kind of get someone to open up an attachment, that attachment not being a legitimate attachment, having something that's going to be malware within the system that could be a problem. Another kind of way to try to get people to open up that attachment. Sending links. Thieves pose as tax software providers or data storage providers with email containing links. These links go to web pages that mirror real sites. The thieves' goal is to trick tax professionals into entering their username and password into these fake sites with the crooks then steal. So then you're thinking that there's going to be a link to a site that looks like a legitimate site, possibly even trying to mirror or look like the IRS website, and then stealing the emails as there's going to be a login type of information into that website. So they might mimic a website that they may want to go into and have the website look much like it and make a similar type of website and then be able to track the email as you enter the email information into their website, which they can then go to the legitimate website, possibly say the IRS website or something like that, and use that login information to pick up sensitive information. Ransomware. Another trick used by thieves is ransomware. In this scam, the thief doesn't steal the data, they encrypt it. Once they encrypt the data, thieves demand a ransom in return for the code to unencrypt the data. The FBI warns users not to pay a ransom because thieves often don't provide the code. So if your information is ransomed, if they say that, hey, we're just going to encrypt the data, you're not going to get it back until we basically get money for it. In that case, the FBI is saying, hey, that could possibly happen. If that was the case that it would happen, then you might think, well, maybe I'll pay for it to get it back. But obviously, that's going to encourage bad behavior in the first place. And in the second place, oftentimes you don't get the information back anyways, because you're basically paying someone in a format that it's not going to be an exchange that can be tracked and whatnot. So once they get the money, they don't really have a reason to give you the data back in any case. They might try to ransom you again on it. So the FBI would recommend not, of course, giving ransom money for the data.